Good afternoon, my friends. I hope all of you are having an awesome, fantastic day. I wanted to begin today's video in my office because if you have not heard the news, we lost an amazing soul last night. Mr. Chadwick, Black Panther, our king. You know, this has been a terrible year. First, starting with the legend Kobe. I'm still not over that. The whole coronavirus, it's a hard pill to swallow. It really is. But I thought it was only right to begin the video with this little tribute because we are heading back to a movie theater today. I think the last movie I saw was Bad Boys for Life, right before my birthday. So it's been a while. I'm really looking forward to being back in a movie theater environment. The giant screen, the loud sound, the popcorn. You know, there's a lot going on with safety concerns. So that's why I want to bring you guys back to show you pretty much everything that's going on at AMC down at Disney Springs, because they have the Dolby Cinema, and that is the best movie theater I have ever watched a movie in. So, a week ago yesterday, most AMC theaters nationwide began to reopen, and one of those theaters that reopened was the AMC at Disney Springs. I wanted to go last week, but then I wanted to wait a few days just to see how the experience went. And let me read you guys some of the new health and safety protocols that AMC is taking welcoming guests back. Of course, you do have to wear a face covering at all times besides when you're eating or drinking. All the auditoriums are now operating at 40% capacity. Select seats marked with an X on the map are blocked off for social distancing and will remain unoccupied. AMC is stating that some of the auditoriums with the recliners, they are already spaced out 6 feet apart. We'll see about that. After your order is complete, the seats next to your seat selection will be blocked off for social distancing. That's good. AMC is also stating you may select seats on either side of the block seats and still maintain appropriate social distance. There are a few restrictions. I'm very curious to see how this whole movie experience is working, because we are still in the middle of a pandemic. All right, I'm gonna quit talking. Let's head down to AMC theaters at Disney Springs. But first, we have to get our temperature scanned here at Disney Springs. Oh, I did not notice this the last time I was here. A new donut and cold brew shop is coming here called Everglazed. I did already purchase my ticket on the AMC app, so I get to bypass the ticket booth. All right, here we go. We made it inside, and the first thing we see, please put your mask on now. Because we care about your health, masks are required for all guests and crew. Masks are available for purchase if needed. During the show, masks are still required unless you are enjoying food or drinks. So let's go get some popcorn and a nice soda so we can kind of remove our face mask if I feel safe. And if we look on the ground, they have plenty of physical distancing ground markers. And then here at the ticket window where they take your tickets, they have plexiglass. And they also have plenty of hand sanitizer all around the movie theater. Like I said, it's been a while since the last time I was here, and looks like AMC made some upgrades. Wow, looks really good. Here's another sign talking about the new health and safety measures. Cash not accepted. Ask for condiments, napkins, and more. Refills temporarily unavailable. Hand sanitizer and disinfecting wipes available. HEPA vacuum filters. Mask required for all. Looks like with most snacks, they are still grab and go. Looks like it's not grab and go. You do have to ask a crew member for your popcorn and to put butter on it. I just went ahead and grabbed a kids pack. A little bit of popcorn, candy, and a drink. $5, that's a deal. And at the cash register, looks like they have moved all the candy. And to pick up your soda, you can still get it, but the crew members have to fill it up for you. And no refills. Looks like the bar is still closed down, but I've seen some guy walking around with a beer in his hand, so maybe you can still get alcoholic beverages over here. Huh. I'm also seeing a ton of these disinfecting wipes all over the place. Here we go. The New Mutants, 3 o'clock p.m. in Dolby Cinema. Oh yes, we are back inside a movie theater. All right, I just got to my seat. So far, so good. There seems to be nobody sitting here at this time, but how it works, I believe, since I reserved this chair, nobody will be sitting here or next to me. But somebody could be sitting right here, and there could be a couple right over here. Here's what it looks like inside the theater at a 40% capacity. And for the most part, everybody was wearing a mask the entire time. Okay, the movie just ended, but that was a way different experience than what I'm used to coming to see a movie. It's good to finally see some new movie posters here outside. I think the next movie I'll be seeing, Tenet, and then there's still some older movie posters out as well. I'm on my way home. The Boston Celtics, they're in that Mirrors coach right in front of me because I am about to pass Coronado Springs. All the NBA teams, well, a good chunk of them are staying here at Coronado. And Boston Celtics, right there in that bus. And we can see all the security. I wonder what team is on this bus. I just got back home from the movie theaters. I had about 30 minutes to process my movie experience. That way I can get it out on camera. But at the end of the day, it just felt so good being back inside a movie theater, watching a new movie on that giant screen, the loud sounds, the fresh popcorn. It was just worth it, and that's why I love going to the movies, because you get that experience and you don't get that experience at home. Yeah, you can have a big TV and surround sound, but it's not the same. Okay, let me talk about the overall experience. I walked in the movie theater. You were greeted with this giant sign stating you have to wear a face covering at all times besides when you're eating or drinking. So I did make it a point to go to the concession stand to get me that kids pack. That way I had it to kind of remove my face covering if I felt safe. So I went inside the auditorium. At first it was pretty empty, but then a lot of people kind of came in right before the movie started. My seat, there was nobody sitting on my right or my left, but the next seats over, there was a person sitting on both sides. There was people sitting in front of me and there was people sitting behind me. And you know, I didn't really know how to feel at first. It was nice knowing that nobody is around me, but the guy to my left, he had his face covering off the entire time, but he was eating popcorn throughout the whole movie. And the guy to my right, he kept on his face covering at all times. So the movie started. I waited about a good 20 minutes before taking my face covering off just to get a feel, you know, because it's very risky taking your face covering off in public when you're around so many people. Yeah, the movie theater was at 40% capacity, but there was quite a few people in there. Not as much as like before pandemic, but you can tell a lot of people were in there because The New Mutants is a brand new movie. 20 minutes into the movie, I get a good idea of the people around me. So then I go to take off my face covering. I have some popcorn, I have some soda. I have my face covering off for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I put it back on. And then I would do that every 15 to 20 minutes to get a break from wearing that face mask. Now, I will say, wearing a face mask really did not bother me like it does when I'm out in public or out at the theme park sweating because it's so cold inside that movie theater. It really didn't bother me. Now, the only thing that really bothers me is the elastic on my ears. It really irritates my ears. I did see some crew members, I think 2 times, come inside the movie theater and walked up and down the stairs to make sure everybody was wearing a face covering when they were supposed to. So that was really good to see. And that was pretty much my entire movie experience. It went really good. I felt pretty safe and everything went smoothly. I think I will be going back. There is a movie coming out on Monday called Tenet, and I really want to see that movie. It also was kind of weird seeing the same movie trailers from like February and January. Like there was a new Black Widow trailer. Well, not really new, but there was some new scenes in the trailer and it said the new date of November 6, 2020. The only thing that I will say that AMC and all movie theaters could do better, I know the auditorium is already reduced at 40%, but I say spread parties out every 2 chairs and not every 1 chair. It would just make me feel safer, and I feel like the movie experience could have went a little better if I didn't spend a good 15 minutes having to look at the people next to me, in front of me, and behind me. But you know, what are you gonna do? Before I let you guys go, I want to talk a little bit about the movie, The New Mutants. This movie was beyond overdue. I believe they started filming this movie back in early 2017. I was still in my Disney college program. That is how long ago it was supposed to come out. And then Disney bought Fox, and that delayed the movie even more. And then it got delayed again, and then they wanted to reshoot a few scenes, and I don't think they ever reshot those few scenes they wanted to film, so that delayed it even more. And then COVID happened. You know, because this movie has been such a headache, I just felt like they said, just put it out there. Let's be done with it. Because I thought it was going to come to Disney Plus, but it never did. Instead, Disney is putting Mulan on Disney Plus, which I still don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like Disney could have put it in the theaters just to have that movie experience. The acting was really good. It was a X-Men movie with a dark twist with a little bit of horror. And I love the X-Men movies, I love superhero movies, and I love horror movies. So all 3 of those together sounded pretty awesome. The beginning of the movie was kind of slow because we had to introduce the characters, but the middle towards the end was pretty entertaining. Like I was hooked once I figured out what was going on, but then the ending was pretty lame. At the time of this filming, Fox owned this movie, and I was a big Fox X-Men fan with the older movies and the newer movies, and they could have done a lot going into the future because I understood what they were trying to do in this movie, but I'm also very excited to see what Disney and Marvel does with the X-Men coming up in the future. I will give this movie a solid C-. I didn't love it, I didn't hate it, but I wouldn't go see it again. But I did enjoy it watching it for the first time. I would love to know your opinions down in the comments. Have you made it back out to the movie theaters? Do you plan to? Do you not think it should be open? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help out the channel in so many different ways. If you're new here, please subscribe because we do this quite often. And make sure you have those notifications turned on and set to always. That way you'll always be notified when I release a new video or even go live. I love you guys. Please remember, it's nice to be nice. And YouTube, I'll see you in the next video. Prince Charming, out.
I ain't feeling lonely, and I wanna admit it's time to end the ride. Fading it too slowly, with those gonna lift me up this time. You were the only one who got me tripping up inside. All the words you told me, am I reading something different from your eyes?